think. Hello, everybody. Episode 264. We are live. This is Brickworld Chicago 2023 Hype Show number 2. So it looks like Denmark has been here, was here, whatnot, and then Agents of Mock has waved and said hello. So yeah, okay. So Chicago is approaching real fast. They still have a couple projects to finish, and one project is actually gotten bigger. So but other than that, yeah. So I basically, my name's Reed. I build clear castles, and as you can see, I like building clear. This will be here. This will be there. It's got just a wacky name or whatever. But yeah, and so that's it. I'm at Brick Universe Madison this weekend, so I have half a table of the Clover, the Tower, lots of Badgers and stuff like that. So that's where I'll be this weekend. Other than that, yep, and I'll be prepping for Chicago. And let's see here. Here is Mr. Jesse.
Jesse's Brick Galaxy, otherwise known as the Dungeon Master, for Critical Bricks. I'm reading some stuff up to have you guys throw monkey wrenches at.
Nice. And then there's Mr. TJ.
Yes, I'm TJ. I'm the Ninjago guy. But today I am sorting.
Cool. So, yeah, so Chicago is about 3 weeks away. They did post the schedule, and we can actually go over that if people want to. I actually did open up my Brickworld website already, so it wouldn't crash the stream as I opened up the website. So, actually, let me see here. Let me see. Actually, no.
I'm gonna build a set.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw. I'm gonna go ahead.
TJ could probably talk about it.
Oh, nice. Firstborn, the mother of all dragons.
Yep. It's a dragon, Ninjago. So,
and as people know, Chicago starts on Wednesday. So Wednesday it starts in a helicopter. Sweet.
Dragon in a helicopter.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, I mean, it's gonna be hard to read this stuff, but from 5 to 6 on Wednesday is the beer draft in the concession area. So it'll be a beer draft.
How do you get to where you're at, Reed?
So I am just if you go to the brickworld.com website, go to the convention general information. I am in the details, and I'm in the schedule. Not schedule with descriptions, just schedule. We'll just go through the schedule. And say if you're somebody,
because we were talking about some of the things you can sign up for, and I saw the activities that you like the big ones, I guess, that you have to pay for. But I wasn't, even me, a somewhat junior or senior of Brickworld Chicago, didn't think to surf this to the schedule.
Yeah, well, I think there was just something on Facebook. Mark posted that the schedule just went live. So the schedule just went live maybe today or yesterday or whatever. So, but yeah, so that just went live. And the sign up tomorrow, which I will get to here in a little bit. Sign up for the workshops goes. Oh wow,
dragon wings.
Yeah.
So the workshops all go live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for sign up. So, and then from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock is the welcome social mixer, and that's actually going to be in one of the rooms this year. It's not going to be in the hotel lobby where it usually is. It sounds like Mark discussed that last week. I didn't listen to the whole stream. I listened to some of it. I was just here last night. And then 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. display setup. Now, so obviously it doesn't look like there's much for the way of setup on Wednesday. It's more like the mixer and whatnot, and getting all the other stuff. So Thursday is pretty much the first day. So 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is your display setup in the event hall. 9 a.m. to 9:50 is one of the new attendee orientations. I think he was saying there was maybe more than one. So we'll have to watch out for that. Now it's like one of the first couple first few workshops start at 10 a.m. Build small, think big is one of the ones. There's a set draft, wildflower bouquet, great ball contraption workshop, which is a good one. GBC workshop. It is limited. There isn't a lot of space for that one. I'm thinking I'm going to pass on that this year. Maybe let some first year attendees get in there. And I haven't really been doing any GBC anyways, so it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to get it. Unless, of course, it's something I don't think I've had that type before. Another set draft at 10 o'clock, the Moana and Merida. And this is 40621.
All the drafts are on there?
Yep, drafts are on here too. Yep. So this is everything that's at 10 o'clock. So there's like 6 or 7 things. Talking Durans. I'm not sure what that is.
Let me get on there too.
I mean, if nothing else, you can open up if you want to open up like maybe the schedule with description. If you want to add anything as I say it, if you want to sort of quick.
Yeah, I want to follow along. Just on a bigger screen.
Yep. Yeah.
So go to Brickworld Chicago, and then I should be on my accounts, right? Or
well, actually, it's just the schedule is just going to be under general information.
General information.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay, and then
we won't show us. We'll just show the screen. So.
And then details.
You can do schedule. This is the schedule without the details. You can do a schedule with the details.
There's a tab called details, and then there's a schedule.
Yep, schedule. And then I'm just doing the schedules.
Beer draft. Bring your own beers. Sorry, I'm throwing a monkey wrench at you.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, if you get the details, then you can kind of add something if it's
because when you say draft, that kind of perks like, ooh, drafts are pretty fun.
Beer draft is pretty interesting too.
So
I'm not sure does it say who's organizing that one? Is it Simon or is it someone different?
Can I click on it? It doesn't.
Well, do you have the one with if you have the one with description, it should say who the host is, doesn't it?
Oh.
Does it say who's hosted
it?
I didn't.
Yeah, Simon Liu, Daniel Church, and Alec Doty. Okay.
Yep. So those are the guys that'll organize that one. Yep. And they're the ones who do it every year. So, I mean, maybe I'll have to bring some Wisconsin beer for that. Maybe do that. I guess we'll see.
That's cool. Mix her up right away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what a lot of the extra hours are about, is about socializing and drinking. And that's what we're going to do.
So that Moana Miranda is a Brickheads set.
Okay.
To draft. That's interesting. Just saying. I don't think I need any Brickheads parts, but
let's see. Now with the schedule with descriptions, is it a little bit better than what I have here, or is it a little bit more spread out? Should I put?
I mean, it's a long one, I guess, but it's just
okay.
I mean, you could click on it.
Well, I could.
LGMS Introduction to Lego Trains. 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, yep. That's going to be, and that's the one for that format, correct? The LGMS format.
Yeah, it's a module. Talking about a new module standard.
Cool. That's at 1. And 1's got a bunch of stuff. There's a blind build. Oh, you know what? And if you're doing a brick film, I think the deadline's coming up here pretty quick. I don't know when it is. You'd want to look. And that's from 12 to 7 in the Brick Film Theater. I'd love to do a stop motion. I don't know if I could do one quick enough, though.
What the heck? Is this an Indiana Jones set draft? Holy crap, they are. Escape from Lost Tomb.
Oh, is there a set draft or what?
Yeah, that's 1 o'clock also.
Oh, yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff. I always recommend people, if you're actually coming, look at the schedule. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, it is you can't do everything. And so you got to have
on back order, I think. You can't even buy it. And then they're set drafting it. I have it. I have it sealed.
Well, I mean, is it maybe in some of the Walmarts and stuff? Is it maybe back order at Lego? But maybe
yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in a less popular area, maybe you can still pick that up on the shelf somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yep. And there's looks like a Lego BrickLink live user testing at 1 o'clock. So you have to pick and choose. Minifig speed build preliminaries. Lego stop motion animation 101 is also at 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock's got a lot of really cool stuff. So if nothing else, maybe send a friend to 1, and then you guys can share notes later on. 2 o'clock to 2:50 collabs. Who's teaching the collabs lessons learned? Who's
David Turner?
Okay. Yep. That's our ambassador for WISLUG. He's teaching that. So Moto is lurking.
Hey, Moto.
So
Moto.
Dirty Brickster is there, and actually this one in the main description actually tells you how much. It's a $15 thing.
Dirty Brickster.
I think that's like isn't that like the whale?
Yeah, you exchange a bag of crap and have to build something with it or something.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, they're doing Lego Mad Lib Team Sport concessionary from 2 to 3.
I see another blind draft on here. The Birdhouse set. Interesting.
Yeah, Cozy House. There's a lot of them. Train Roundtable from 3 to 450. I guess just a bunch of the train stuff. Pie Bricks 101 at 3 to 350. I'm guessing that's being taught by, I want to say maybe David Turner also, possibly. I don't know, maybe. Pie Bricks 101. I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of drafts. I suppose that's kind of an easy one for them to do because you think you win because you're doing a draft, but there's actually nothing like that them as a host have to give away any prizes.
Yeah. Oh, see, they got
Pie Bricks?
Pie Bricks, yeah, 101.
Program Powered Up Hubs.
Is that by David also, or is that someone else?
Doesn't say.
So Hawkeye Lego Man is in the chat. He says, to speak for Mark, there's talk that there will be another format of the schedule on the website. This one will let you know how each of the activities line up with each other.
Yeah, that I clicked on that. There was nothing there, but I mean, usually there is.
That one's pretty cool.
Which one?
It's like a calendar style, like when you look at your Outlook calendar and you're organizing meetings and stuff.
So this intrigues me, the Foosball World Championship. So that should be interesting too. So I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's hosted by Sean and Brent from a couple of Brickheads and M&R Productions. So they'll be running that.
They're gonna play like the set.
Yeah, I think so. Let me get to the description.
They have to be, right?
Yeah, they'll bring your best and most creative squad of 5 minifigures to battle out in a single elimination tournament. So there'll be prizes for the champion, the runner-up, and for the most creative minifigure squad in the tournament.
Yep. So yeah, and then it looks like also in that time frame they got the Kids World Lego Masters Mini Challenge. That looks pretty cool. 4 to 7. So that looks kind of interesting. Some Bricklink catalog variants. The Brickworld Baja. I think that's the vehicle one. Remote control vehicle, I believe.
Nice fig, Jesse.
I think I put the wrong legs on the torso. Did you catch that?
Yeah, they were just talking about that schedule thing about a half an hour ago. So
yeah, those are the right legs.
Yeah, I put the orange underpants on the wrong guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff. There's a Dirty Buildster. Opening ceremonies is from 8 to 9:30 on Thursday, and that's why, like with Jesse, that's kind of we're trying to figure out, like you said, if we do the escape room type thing.
Yeah. Oh, Thursday. So yeah, around this time we're probably doing dinner and an escape room. So hopefully we don't miss anything. Now, it helps that the schedule's out. I don't know that Nikki has booked a room yet. Although we did kind of pick a time, but if she hasn't.
Yeah. And so some stuff, obviously gets missed. I mean, and Thursday's probably the earlier day to do something, probably a good day to do it, because you're right. As it heats up, we move into Friday. Friday's got a lot more stuff going on. You got a lot of the auction stuff, the charity silent auction.
Not even on the camera.
Huh?
Okay. I was showing minifigs, but I'm not even on the camera. Just go ahead. I'll have more.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, I tried to make the schedule a little bit bigger on the screen.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I was just like,
So
I'm following along. I'm following along.
Yeah. So
Boba
charity
Fett's throne room. Boba Fett's throne room. That's another set draft. I wonder how many total set drafts there are this year. This seems like a lot right off the bat. That was a Costco build. I'll bet you a lot of people will be turning that one in, and that's going to be a popular draft.
So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Another new attendee orientation that morning on Friday also, which is kind of good. So if you're a new, first year attendee, you can definitely want to go into those orientations. They're going to tell you a little bit. That charity silent auction where it's just the sheets of paper, you're doing just a bidding. That's from 10 to 2. I still need to figure out what I'm donating yet this year for that. I generally donate every year, so it's not something I won't do. So there's so much stuff in here. Past, present, and future LGMS on Friday from 11 to 11:50. So that should be interesting. Oh, it looks like they're doing a bunch of different pie bricks, 101, 301. That's all that. And so that's kind of cool.
Dude Jude, Triple D Honey, Butt Chop.
Yeah. So
Dude Jude.
Oh, they're doing the Up House set draft.
There's a cool shield in here.
Lego Team Trivia Contest. 1 to 150 Lego lighting. I don't know who is doing that one. Kind of interesting. Build small, think big. More Lego Mad Libs. From bricks to balls. The pullback dragster challenge. Brickworld master panel. Yeah, so a lot of these I'm gonna have to go back through with descriptions anyways, but boat races from 4 to 5 on Friday. That one could be interesting this year with as many as attendees. I mean, I almost need to see if I can talk to Mark and see if there's a way to almost live stream that boat races, because I mean that pool is going to get pretty hot in there, pretty crazy in that pool area with this, because it's always pretty busy in there anyways. But I don't know if I can actually get signal in there. That's the next problem. And I don't have a boat yet, so I might not be racing. I guess will depend on how much I can get done here in the next couple weeks. Land ambassador meeting, another dirty brickster. $50. Train Olympics, that should be fun. Film festival, and then from 7 to 9 on Friday is the Esther Wallner Memorial Charity Live Auction. So that starts about the time we go live on Friday night. So depending on whether or not the one game that I like to play, and it also depends if we're going to do any D&D, will depend on whether or not I bid on any Munchkin game this year. So if we're going to do if we're going to do like a short Friday Night Bricks and maybe some critical bricks, that's up to you, Jesse. If we do any of that, that will depend on what also I do on that Friday night. So, but that's up to you. If the dungeon wants to do something quick and painless or whatever, quick and painful.
Yeah, we'll talk about it during the show later, I guess, when there's more of us here.
Yeah, that's fine. And then Saturday is like your public exposition, 10 to 4. It's only 6 hours. Lots of other stuff. The Brickworld Sumo. There's always tons of things going on. Lego Masters Season 2 Demolition Derby rematch. So that looks pretty cool. That should be kind of nice. So I guess they'll do it again this year. I think they did it last year too. So kind of cool. Improv show illegal building techniques. Caboose train LGMS displays. So they're doing something for that. Speakeasy from 8 to 10. I think Mark was talking about that last week. I can't remember. 8 to 10 will be the garage sale. And that'll be in the Schaumburg. It's gonna be one of the rooms. So it's actually gonna be one of the ballrooms. And that's right before World of Lights, which starts at 10 to 12.
There's a Batman roundtable panel.
And there's also a Bricker Builds presents Are You Afraid of the Dark from 10 to 12 also. So basically they're going to be doing something inside, the hall during World of Light. So there's somebody who's not really super fond of being in the dark, that you'll be with company with that. So that'd be kind of cool. And then Sunday is going to be much, much shorter because obviously it's 10 to 3. It's a 5 hour for the public. So there's only a few things going on that day. Award ceremonies from 4 to 5:15, and then tear down 5:30 to 9. So award ceremony is not very long. Generally, probably it's like closing. It's probably more or less closing ceremonies is what it's always usually, it's always been called, but award ceremony. So the end. And I mean, obviously, like I tell people, if you're going to the show, if you're a registered attendee, opening and closing ceremonies, I think if they do it like they've done in the past, door prizes must be present to win. So always be aware that, if you leave the room and your name is called, you won't win a prize. So I know one WISLUG member missed last year, missed a huge set, both in opening and closing ceremonies because his name was drawn both times. And so it was, nice $300-400 set, and he wasn't available. So, but for tomorrow, so I'm going to see if I can, I need to actually share a different screen because actually it's a stop screen. Present. So this is for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So at 3 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern time, the activity signups go live. And so, GBC Workshop looks like maybe got bigger this year. $30, 80 slots. I can't remember if it was 40 slots or 80 slots last year, but so for $30, 80 slots. There is an asterisk, so set does not include a motor. So you got to please read the workshop description, understand the availability of optional motors at extra cost. So definitely something to look at. M motors is what they have used in the past, and generally it is power function because that's how they control them over in the GBC area. Kids World Brickworld Bake Off, $0, but only 14 slots. The Kids World Lego Masters Mini Challenge is 24 slots times 2 sessions. Now there's a Module X Building Workshop, $35, 24 slots times 2 sessions. There's a Blind Build, $0, 20 slots times 2 qualifiers. There's the Garage Sale Cellar, $5, 40 slots. Seller fees will all be donated to the charity fundraiser, and that's for half a table. So you only can actually have a half a table. Try Build Challenge is $50, 10 slots. The Improv Show is $10, 250 plus seats. Entry fees will be donated to the charity fundraiser. So that's going to be right down here in this activity sign up. Once it goes live, it'll all list it. It'll list it down in here, and then you can, because I do not believe it's live. So I bet it'll tell me, it'll just give me an error. So
how do you think that garage sales can go?
So not found. So it's not live yet. Huh?
How well?
What was that?
I don't think they've charged for tables for the garage
sale.
No,
no, they haven't. I mean, I think it's something that.
What do you think? How do you think that's going to go?
Well, for $5, I mean, I think the reason he wants to do it too is so that you kind of have an idea of how to plan. So if we're in the one ballroom, let's say he puts 30 tables in there and you each get a half table, that's maybe 60 tables, 60 people. If he gauges at that, but then you have 80 people who want to do it and show up in the room, but we only have room for 60. Now you got people sitting on the floor or whatnot. So I think that's kind of as a gauge to see how many people want to do it. So, I mean, $5 isn't really a lot. I mean, in the end, most of us, have items that are going to sell for, 10 times that or whatever, or even lots of little items that are 5, 10, like to sell a few items. But you also remember there's 1,500 registered attendees this year. So hopefully there's going to be a lot more people, a lot more money, a lot more people looking for stuff that maybe, and that's why I'd say if people are watching these shows, even on the rerun, there's lots of stuff there. I mean, I worked for Lego for 7 years. So you might see stuff from 15 years ago show up at Brickworld that I still am sitting on, that I bring for those shows. And, in the end, hopefully people will be putting prices on stuff. I mean, I always, I say you can always go down, going up. I already had somebody today mention that, and the first time I'd heard of it. So it's not in my guidelines or anything, but it's one of those things where it should be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
40 slots still might go pretty quick. At $5, that's not a lot. And that's what I want to do. because that pays for my hotel and all that stuff. Because I mean, hopefully I'll sell some stuff. I might sell some stuff before I get there, and that's kind of a goal too. But hopefully I'll sell stuff down there. So,
yeah, I think it'll maybe filter the market. Like I don't know that anybody's had that problem, but like if you're bringing a bunch of stuff and it's really high priced, you're just wondering if you can sell, at a high price. If you bought a table for $5, you're going to probably be maybe a little more reasonably priced so that you do make your $5 back.
Well, that or definitely definitely it's one of those things where I always tell people, because like Omaha, I took a lot of items, but a lot of the items I took were high priced, and I still can't find my poly bags I've been looking for. I got a bunch of special ones, and I can't find them to save my life. I had them at Chicago last year, and they're somewhere. They got to be somewhere. I just can't find them. I thought they were in the one backpack. They're not. I don't know where they're at. I got to find them before Chicago.
This is why I opened this set.
Hold on. Let me put you up. Ooh,
look at that shield right there.
That's the Dragon Master shield.
Dragon Master shield.
Part of the dragon armor.
It's got dragon on it, and then these punk rock dudes are
the
crazy
dragon hunters.
So I think the Dungeon Master should have that Dragon Master shield. I think these.
Yeah, there's Jet Jack, Chew Toy, and Muzzle are the three. Yeah.
This is the Muzzle, the guy with the scarf.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a crazy scarf with like a grid on it. It's like
that was on
Mad Max.
Things. Yeah,
it's very Mad Max.
Knots. The Diesel Knot set. That's
that was a good set.
Yeah,
I got two of these muzzle things. Was I supposed to put it on both guys? I don't think so.
Which thing?
This is the shoulder piece muzzle scarf thing that goes over. I got two of them.
That's odd.
I think that's maybe a mistake.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's an extra.
Wait, there's still a guy here.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to make two of those? I still got a torso.
Oh, you might have. I think heavy metal might also be in that set as well.
I'm not building the helicopter. Let's see. I make two of those guys. I made three guys. Oh, there. Oh, okay. I just make two guys. But yeah, okay. Jump the gun. Where's legs? Okay.
And yes, Reed did wear the shirt during singles at Nationals. Well, let's see if we can see. Oh, wrong score sheet. I'm not on there. Wrong different lane. Did bowl decent. Actually, it kept my arm a little bit more in sync, but yeah. My bowling average in league is 211. My national average is 172. So much more harder shot for myself. Let's see. We'll actually do this. We're just going to present a few things here while we
go for
it. Chill. This is my setup for this weekend. Actually have, and the tower's not fully complete because I need to put battery packs in here tomorrow. Actually unplug the ones down low, but I got to put a big one up here for a couple levels. So I got the tower, and the dice towers will go way over here, but I got the clover. I have the roller rink, which will be 1.5 times bigger at Chicago because I got more clear plates came in. I might have to order a few more if I want to keep this size. Get the barn. Lots of badgers, lots of stuff, So, I mean, I half table, didn't do much. Let's see here. Oh, it was funny because I was looking.
Brick Universe, Madison?
I talked to Paul. Yeah, I was like, I was with Jesse yesterday. I was like, I talked to him.
Yeah, we hung out twice.
What?
I showed him the museum, and then we had tiki bar drinks. It was awesome. Psycho Susie's.
Yeah, so I went and overlooked at the elves sets, and I was like, "Oh, interesting." Yeah, and I looked, and I was like, "Oh, look at the water dragon, 150 sealed." I was like, "Wow, okay, maybe I need to sell some of my used water dragons." You know, I mean, even the small sets, I was like, yeah. But it's funny, he had sealed 9-volt track. Actually, no, I guess it's used, I guess, but $45 for a box set. Now, this I thought was cool, but I don't have $325 to spend on this castle. I like that one. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, he had some trains for the train guys. He had the BNSF sealed 900, Santa Fe sealed $1,000. I didn't look at the price for the monorail. Oh, monorail's $1,100. Of course, the really cool engine shed, $825. I'm like, wow, yeah. Oh, look at this. I was like, it'd be cool if they did this again, like the old space guys.
$300.
$300.
Oh man, it's a variety pack of space guys.
Yeah, it's sealed. Oh, that's not what I want. That was the wrong direction.
So, what do you call it? Battle pack, army building.
Yeah. Well, and I did do some gambling while I was out there. This was funny. This one, I love playing. Texas T is where you pump oil. I won like $72 on that bonus. That's pretty cool. Look at that. I mean, there was only 2 places in Texas I didn't pump oil. But yeah, it was wild because actually my captain said, "Thanks, Reed," and he showed winning $58 on one of those on that Texas T game. So it was pretty cool. So, but yeah, it was a good time. I did play my favorite game, and I shot about 8-9 videos. Those will go on. Is it okay?
How long were you down there?
Actually, you know what's so funny is I left Friday at 5:00 from Madison. We were in Denver by 7 the next morning, and then picked up the one guy we were picking up, and we were in Reno that night at about 9:00. We hauled ass. I mean, so we got there a whole day early. The one guy calls, says, "Yeah, can I add a night onto a reservation?" And so we added a night onto the reservation. And so that night I did. So Sunday, because we got there on Saturday, Sunday, I just did a bunch of gambling and whatnot. We went to we got there at 9. We went to the stadium and watched some of the squads that were going on right then and there, just to kind of get an idea of what it would be like. Those guys bowled one of the tournaments on Sunday afternoon, and I went and watched them. And then we bowled Monday at 2:00 for team. Went out to dinner that night at one of the steak places near Silver Legacy. Our captain treated us. He's like, I want to go down as a great captain. We treated us dinner.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that was an expensive bill. And then Tuesday we bowled at 10:30 a.m. and we were on the road by 1:00. And we were in Denver. I mean, all I know is I got back Wednesday at 9:00 that night. So, I mean, we flew. And so I worked Thursday because I already had taken it off. I made the boss happy and I worked. But in Nevada, we saw somebody going on our side of the divided highway at us with their lights on, of course. I'm like, that's freaky. I'm hoping that person's still alive because it was on like a summit type thing. And so if he's going down the hill on a divided highway, if there's trucks in the right lane with their flashers on and people are passing those trucks, the guy coming down the hill is going to be pissed because somebody's passing and they're not getting out of his way. The people going up the hill are going, oh, crap, what is that guy doing on our side of the highway? And I don't know. So hopefully somebody will flinch. And then, of course, farther down the line, one of the guy driving was doing had speed control at 78 and said, oh, look at there's a trooper in the median. Oh, look at that. He's driving, and he followed us, maybe hoping we were speeding. We might have been going a little faster. We slowed down or whatever. Maybe he thought we'd go up again. And so he gets up. He finally goes to pass us, and my buddy sees that the speed limit's 80. So he goes up. He puts speed control 81. So you're making it hard for the cop to pass. And so finally the cop just kind of slows down. Now he's passing on the right, and of course the cop. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like. I mean, my friend obviously had words to say, and he thought he was in the right. Still to this day, will think he's in the right, but
he passed a cop doing 81 on the right.
On the right. Well, speed limit was 80. Yeah. Well,
I know, but yeah.
But the thing is, though, yeah, and the other guy myself said, dude, don't do this. Don't do this. Just let him go. Let him pass you. And he's like, no, I'm right. I mean, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
right.
Sure
you guys
enough.
are early.
Yeah.
You weren't even in a hurry. You got there a day early.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we didn't need to be back super fast either. And yeah, so he did that.
Oh, yeah, that was on the way back.
Well, he gives him a warning and he says, oh, that guy was just after quota, blah, 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 blah. I mean, he's going to go back and see this and probably yell at me, but oh, well, hey, dude, I mean, he probably won't watch the stream, but if he does, hey, dude, you weren't in the right, you were in the wrong, because we both told you, if you just slowed down, let the cop pass you, the guy that was tailgating the cop might have got pulled over, but instead, because he wanted to just prove that he was right, the cop decided, okay, well, fine, you can pass me on the right, which is illegal, but I'm going to give you a warning, I mean, and so it was just humorous. So those are the two interesting things in Nevada. Nothing else happened the rest of the trip. Pretty much it was just kind of uneventful. But yeah, that made Nevada more interesting. So I mean, there's nothing in Nevada. That's what made it even more humorous. I mean, I just had to laugh. But yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good trip. I mean, I wore my shirt on the way out, as you guys saw on the stream, because it was a Friday, and then I wore it today while I was at work. I wore it while I was down at Brick Universe. I might wear it this weekend, just maybe see if we can get some followers. We got a couple extra at Omaha, but I only had the shirt hanging on a seat, a chair, so I'm going to actually wear it this weekend, I think. So we'll see. I don't want to wear it out too much before Chicago, but hey, maybe might have to buy a few more then, I guess. So, but yeah. So it was a good trip. I gambled. I mean, in the end, I only had a little bit of money in my wallet. I only have a little bit of my money in my wallet now, but I took like 100 out, played some games. I played that Texas T. Put $10 in, 140, took it out. Put $10 in, 140, took it out. Put 10 in, 139, took it out. So I was up. And then I did throw some more back into that machine later when when Todd's dad was sitting there. I was just kind of just playing some stuff there, sitting there. And so I played it. Threw more money into it, but the favorite game, I think I was up on that one, and that one I played $20, 2.5 hours on that game, the one night. So and I got about 9-10 videos I got to put up on YouTube at some point. I'll do a montage of that, but yeah, it was good. It was fun. I mean, I did brackets, won some money. I got some brackets that I won't know until July if I made any money, and because I'm in a lower division, because I'm not that good of a bowler out there, I should cash in doubles and singles. So make a little bit of money back, hopefully. So it's a fun time. I mean, next year it's in Vegas. Next year's the 20th anniversary of this team actually being formed. So the team that I'm bowling with, we first started bowling together back in 2004 out in Denver. And so next year will be 20 years. So I'm hoping the one guy that hurt his hand is back to form, and we'll see. I mean, the year after that in 2025, it's in Baton Rouge. So, hey, we've got some YouTube friends down south. So, maybe I might go down there. So you never know. So we'll see. It just depends on how everything works. But a lot of the group that we're bowling with, there was like 6 teams that came out, and so they're all from like the Gettysburg, Pennsylvania area up there. And so I was talking to the one guy, and he was like, yeah, Lego, yeah, my 12-year-old nephew's into it or whatever. And I was like, well, there's a show out in Virginia, Brick Fair, DC area. He's like, oh, that's only like an hour and a half. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I got to add that show to my schedule at some point, and that way they can go watch that. So we'll see.
It's a good one. Virginia's good.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I want to get there. That's the last of the big 3 I need to get to, since I've already been to Seattle, and Brickworld is kind of on the list every year now. I guess it depends on what happens in Colorado. What they do. If they get a show up there, I might have to try and get that on the schedule too. So
yeah.
That would be a fun drive too. That's 14 hours. That's not bad. I could still do that, or see if there's anybody else that wants to go type thing, I guess, so, but I don't know. So I guess we're 3 weeks away. I mean, how's your mock coming? Is your mock done?
I've got a mosaic that is not done. I would say it is 75%.
That's good.
So I can crank it out in a couple weekends, which I have. I mean, like 2 nights of like hardcore, maybe. Might take more than that. I basically have some background of the mosaic, which will be easy, kind of.
Yeah.
I was just waiting on parts. I just didn't order enough right away. And then one character, if you will, I have to finish. So I have 3 of 4 characters done. And then I'm bringing the Hall of Justice, which is just going to be the same way I displayed it up here at Brick Convention. And I'm supposed to make 4 more Micropolis squares, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. And if they're looking to save space,
well,
I
that
mean,
4 squares of it's.
I know that's not much, but if I don't, I don't, I have, I don't know. Maybe
are you taking the 4 you already have?
I'll take we didn't cancel Micropolis. We're definitely doing Micropolis.
But you already have 4, but you were going to maybe do another 4.
I was going to do 4 more. Yeah, my goal was I did 4 for Brick Convention, and then I was like, okay, I'll do another 4 for Chicago because I had 3 months in between those shows or whatever.
And that's the 16 by 16 squares, basically, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically 2 base plates.
1 block.
It doesn't seem like much, but if they're condensing table space down and stuff, in the end, it's as long as you let your person know so they can say, I guess we're gonna not have.
Yeah, I'm letting TwinLUG do whatever they want to do, and if they talk to me about my table size, I could probably downsize some of the DC stuff if I had to scrunch it together because I got some codes.
Or tier it. I think that's the other thing they were thinking about is tiering the tables so that some stuff's lower, some stuff's higher. I think they were talking, and that's something that might be popular in future years if it's a lot of individual stuff. Is trying to tier it a little bit so that you can still get more in without losing a lot of space. And they might still be able to do a whole table, but tier it in a way that you can get more stuff. I'm guessing that's going to be probably.
I just like that they're, they have a reason to throw down the hammer on not bringing old stuff.
Yeah, like I'm bringing the castle. Actually, not bringing the whole thing. Only the clover's going. Like what I got this weekend is basically, the clover's going, but it's got new lighting underneath. I'm building the dice tower. I've got a lot of new MOCs, yet I do have the clover and the tower, which hasn't changed much, but in the end, because of what they aren't going to take up much space and they're part of the collab. But we cut our collab down by 2 tables. So anybody gives me crap about bringing something old, I say, guys, I saved 2 tables. 2 tables. How many groups can say they've saved, or how many 2-person groups can say that they've actually saved 2 tables worth of space? So in the end, I gave back a lot. So most everything else will be new, like the dance floor, the roller rink is all new. I got lots of custom tiles and stuff coming. Richard,
that's cool.
Richard and I were just talking today, so he's working on a lot of stuff for me.
Yeah,
more Friday Night Brick panels. I have more of those coming, so that'd be kind of cool. We can pass those out. So maybe whatever we got, I'll split them up between you, me, Kevin, and Larry, and just see if there's people who want it.
We should do a challenge on this show where we build something using those panels.
Okay.
And then, not do it live, just show up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And then just have people show it off and maybe judge it. And maybe I've got plenty of stuff to award. I've got poly bags galore. You're right.
Speaking of panels.
Nice.
Yeah, I got these were on the pad wall at the Orland Square Lego store.
Oh, the clear,
I got 10 of them.
Yeah, I might have to get some more of those. So.
Yeah, I almost didn't get a pad cup, and then I noticed them. And I was
Big
like,
Nate,
gotta get a pad cup now.
Big Nate, it wouldn't be a Brickworld Chicago if we weren't doing a live Friday night broadcast, because that's what we do now. I will probably have to clean up my desktop a little bit also in the next 3 weeks, get stuff moved. I got to get my drive cleaned up, so I got to get a drive. But yeah, we'll do a live Friday Night Bricks, at least from Chicago. Might not be a super long one, might be an hour. I'm gonna have to figure out how the setup works. But yeah, we will be doing a live Friday Night Bricks. Whether or not we will be doing any critical bricks, that, like I said, Jesse and all of us will be talking later tonight. And it's up to the Dungeon Master regardless. It doesn't matter if we all want to do it. If Jesse doesn't have room or doesn't want to bring anything,
I kind of don't want to go live. I just want to enjoy playing.
Oh, we can do that too,
with you guys.
We could do it,
Yeah.
or basically, it might be a way too. I might be able to just have the camera just roll a little bit, and just have something we have for a replay, something we can use.
Yeah, I would be okay with if you want to video it. It's a lot more work to set up a live, and then when you know you're live, you're trying to engage the chat a little bit and stuff.
Because we can record it, and then maybe, like you said, cut it down and have it as a replay we can use at certain points when we need something. Maybe on our off weeks, something we can play. Hey, this is an earlier this is something we played, and just kind of that way people can kind of get familiar with our characters, and maybe do some one shot.
I still got to figure out how and what kind of adventure to do, and it probably hinges on the decisions you guys make tonight. I've got live. Critical Bricks with you guys tonight. Critical Bricks next week for sure. And then I'm doing in person with my home team here at June 9th.
Yeah, because we're in Brickworld the next week. Yeah.
And so the week before Brickworld, we're not going to do Critical Bricks. So that's good because we can focus on our MOCs, finishing stuff for Chicago. And so we'll be off for that, and then potentially off at Chicago.
Off for Critical Bricks.
Probably my in-person crew only wants to do monthly. It just happens to be really close for June, and then we got so we could probably do the last 2 weeks of June. Critical Bricks.
So oh, here's Larry. Larry's here. Oh, he was there.
Yes, mi amigos.
Hola.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you do it yourself, but hey, that's how it goes.
You keep forgetting what?
That you can add yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fashionably late, that is true. So why don't you introduce yourself? You're fashionably late, so go ahead and say who you are, what you like to build.
Hi, I'm Larry. I like to build for Brickworld Chicago because that's all I'm doing right now. Hello, everybody. Hello, Big Nate Bricks and Dude Jude and Nikki and Hawkeye and Dusty and everybody and Jeff and Butt Shop and everybody in the chat. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. You like that one?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oops, I did that the wrong way.
He's still doing it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Larry, it's good to see you. So it's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. No, I mean today, even though I did set up for a show, I mean I was hoping to do a normal Friday Bricks because it's in my backyard. If I can't, if I can't come back to my own show on a Friday in town, I got problems. I guess for the train show, maybe I didn't, but the train show was much bigger and I had a bigger layout. So, and if I had the day off, who knows? But yeah, cool. So you're working on your MOCs too?
I am, and I got sidetracked on another build, but then I decided, you know what? I'm going to bring it to Brickworld and replace one of my other MOCs. So I'm working on this campaign that I'm going to DM for my kids after Brickworld because although I am spending time doing it when I probably shouldn't be, but you get ideas, and it's like, when you're being a DM is like you're a writer,
Yeah.
Jesse's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like you get these ideas, you get this plot going on in your head, and you start having conversations with characters, and you're like, okay, I gotta write that down. Here's an idea for an NPC, and
So yeah, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. I will prepare a lot, and it's crazy. And then sometimes the players will just take a tangent,
I know that's my biggest fear, and it's like I always want to tell.
I forced you guys through a lot of the stuff, like the rooms I prepared. There was one room with 100 goblins that you guys never went in.
Where was that?
Like, oh well.
Oh, I know
Probably
exactly
Sunless.
where that was in the Sunless Citadel, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the
I know
Sunless
exactly
Citadel.
what room that
There's-
was.
I
Mhm.
thought for sure you would, but for whatever reason, in that dungeon, there's a side corridor that you can skip it,
Yep.
and that's what you guys did, and you avoid the buzz, and there was really nothing treasurable in there. So
I think that I mean, because we had the maps to look at, that we
scared you away.
had exactly. We saw rooms that we hadn't been into yet, so we technically didn't know what they were, but we could see them.
So that's good. That's cool. How comes your MOCs? I mean, you coming along?
Well, I can show you. Well, let's do that first.
I'm guessing
All right,
it's
so
behind you, maybe.
well, let me do something here.
I mean, I do see
I'm
something
gonna
up
do
against
stuff
the wall in
above.
the back.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Hold on. I do not want to.
I don't think so, Chop. You have to stay. I don't know what you're doing. You got to stay, man. Why would you go home after setting up your
Yeah.
MOCs?
I mean,
Larry and Jesse will be there. Why would you want to go home?
there's part of there's the next panel.
The next panel. All
There's
right,
the next panel.
that's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, I'm learning this really cool way to do fine lines with using antennas.
Oh wow, antenna
That really work. Yeah, I mean when you pull it back, you can get some of those fine lines that because at this scale, the mosaics get a little pixelated. So I'm really trying to use curves and like wings and things to break that 90-degree pixelation. Anyway, I had to pause on that because I needed more neon yellow, which I finally, one of my lug mates, we had done a project that included some sets that had a lot of the neon yellow in it, and we split them all up, and she took all the neon yellow because I was thinking I'm not going to use neon yellow until I needed neon yellow. So,
of course.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. So in other words, your build room is no longer organized. It's a
Oh
mess.
my god, my build room. I don't know if here.
Yeah. It looks like my build table.
It's a complete disaster.
Hey, who's that? What's that golden thing laying on the floor there? It looks like it's got fur. Is that a Guinness?
It is.
Just sleeping
Lazy.
behind you,
Lazy butt.
keeping you company.
Okay, so let me do some things and
that's
some
fine.
stuff. Okay, so put me back up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna show.
If you're ready to show anything, you were showing.
I am.
something.
I was moving stuff, and then you got me sidetracked.
Well, I sidetracked you, so that works. That's my
Yeah.
fault. You can blame me.
So I'm starting this campaign where my players already know each other, so we don't have to do a whole session of trying to figure out why the hell they're all there.
Okay.
And they're going to start at sea, right? So they're going to be on a ship, and so then I started playing around, and ultimately I started working on this ship almost all week.
Dang.
So this is
Nice.
Cattle in there.
I've got the goats,
Pigs
and I got some pigs. So back here is that's going to be like the galley, where they hang out and eat below decks. But the rest of this is a big hold for cargo. This is basically a little merchant cargo ship. These guys are going to slide, but I don't care. Okay, so I had on the side originally, I had, where's the other one? I had the cannon
Oh yeah.
ports, and they had the arch on the top. They look like standard ship cannon ports. I switched them out for windows and took the cannons out and just made them basically, portholes, because it's a merchant ship, and part of the story is the captain of the ship is he has a disreputable past, but currently he's a reputable merchant, right? Trying to make a living, and So he got plus with the cannons inside. I mean, these things are.
Yeah, there's no room.
There's no
room to. I mean, once I put them in there, I'm like, there's no room for anything else. It
all
looks
the way
stupid.
across. Yep.
It's not functional,
Yeah,
and
not
I had to
functional,
actually
no.
mount them in the bulkhead.
Mm-hmm.
So put it in sideways. Oh, they won't go through the windows. They're too small, too big.
Yeah, I built
anyway.
a ship on it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So this is great. Handling MOCs that aren't complete sometimes leads to pieces just fly off. All right, that's not important. So I had one of the what was the smaller of the old Imperial Navy ships with the old brown hulls. These goats are gonna fall out of it.
Well, there was Imperial flagship.
Yeah, like an Imperial flagship. But this was a smaller one, so it only had
schooner maybe or something.
It had the bow and the aft end of the ship and one of these. So
yeah,
I had to go get another one from Bricks and Minifigs, which was great. They have a huge bin full of boat parts, so I got some extra masts and everything.
Yeah, that's a good place to go for parts.
I
mean, in the end, you could always have like maybe a deck cannon or something that you wouldn't need as many, but like like Jeff says, one cannon at least try and at least.
Well, I am gonna hide some somehow. I'm making these little. They're on swivels, but they can actually, the cannon can go in and out. He can hide his cannons if they need them. So we put that part of the decking on. So the center of the ship is done. I then looked at sails, and I ended up. Really? This always happens when you're trying to show it live. Okay. So, instead of sails, I found wings.
Yeah, those look familiar.
Don't they?
Yeah.
So, those are the main sail because the captain is a dragonborn. So I'm like, oh, that totally works.
Dude.
Then. Come on.
Where we going? Where we going? You said, come on. I don't know where we're going before I go anywhere.
So then the aft sail, it's not a wing, but the colors match. It's a flame wing or
that's
whatever.
from the Fire Fang, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So that'll go on the aft end, sticking out.
Sweet.
Nice.
I have to head out now.
Okay, later, TJ.
Nice hanging out.
TJ.
Yeah.
TJ.
Yep,
Good weekend, TJ.
Is it end broadcast?
Yep, just upper right hand corner.
Yeah.
Every week. So and here's the ship steering.
One of these days, I'm going to do it on you guys. I'm just going to end the broadcast and be like, oh, crap. Were we supposed to keep that still going? I'm sorry, my bad.
So two of the crew are these two guys. Let's see if I'll put them up there.
Yeah.
So I got they're the Tabaxi twins, right? Okay. So I've got these two Tabaxi crew members. I had to go get Cheetah from the DC superheroes.
Yeah.
And I changed him out a little bit. Took off her woman torso, put on a pirate guy's ship and a pirate face under there. That camera sucks for that. So yeah, got those two guys all ready to go.
Sweet.
I hope my players don't decide to go do something stupid like get this ship destroyed. Of course, the very beginning of their adventure is the ship will be, they'll be out at sea, heading towards a specific port. A storm will damage their ship, and they'll need to go to a different port. And that's where their adventure begins, because
Nice.
Take me off the big screen now. The captain will get arrested as soon as they get into port. So then they're stuck in the town, and the captain's like, "Hey, we'll get this sorted out. In the meantime, don't go too far." Yes, Jeff, that's what they're doing, except that they're way up on the mast. Nobody can see them stripping up there in the crow's nest. But so anyway, they'll be in the town. They'll start their adventures there.
Nice.
Butcha, that is for D&D that I'm going to be playing with my kids, because Mr. Goat decided to start playing D&D with Lego, and it's just the funnest thing ever. And so I want to start playing D&D with my kids. I'm like, you know what? Because, man, I remember 35 plus years ago playing D&D, and I was painting miniatures way back then, and I don't want to.
Nope.
I do not want to get into that whole, because that's just
all the resources right here.
We do, and it's all reusable. And so, go down to Bricks and Minifigs, and there are so many like crockheads that I got more kobolds and lizard people for days. They could go up against an army of 30 of them at this point, because you can always because you got to build. You don't have to buy whole minifigs. You just buy certain parts and make them look like goblins and orcs and blah blah blah.
Pirate orcs.
Yeah. And lots of pirates. I actually ended up getting this starter kit.
Dragons, Stormwreck Isle.
Yeah, and here's what's really cool. Check out the characters on the front. If you get the glare off.
Nice. Yeah.
Those are from the original cartoon.
Oh yeah, the acrobat and the ranger.
Yep. And in the book they have all the other guys, except for the barbarian dude. So
holy.
Yeah, like there's Eric, the whiny guy, the whiny fighter guy. I got this for the campaign that it comes with. I did not need the starter set. I've got the other books. I didn't need any more dice. Came with a set of dice, but it's got a great campaign with about 5 different adventures in it, and so it was recommended, and it was on sale on Amazon, so I grabbed that. And then while I was shopping for that, I found this
Ghosts of Saltmarsh.
Yeah,
cool,
wonderful ring light. So this is nothing but this is cool because it is a rewriting of a whole bunch of classic stories from the 80s and 90s in modern, set for 5e, and they're all sea adventures. So I'm like, okay, cool. And as I'm reading through it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to need a lot more ships now, apparently, though.
Yeah, you're going to have.
It's like, oh, I've got enough big boat parts for one good wooden sailing ship. What if they have to come up against another one? What if we have to have a sea battle? Well, I'm going to need more parts. They're only like $15 a piece for those boat hull pieces used.
Yeah.
But, hey, do what you got to do. So, yeah. That's been my week.
So while Chop is on here, Chop, you'll be happy to know I talked to the person printing our stuff. And yes, he will have the legendary Chi Orchestra tiles ready to go by Chicago. Our roller rink will have what we discussed in terms of the cross out and stuff. That will be there. And so all that good stuff. So just giving you a heads up. And we'll have the replacement bricks. So... Yeah, probably somebody forgot they had their favorite dice in their car when.
Hopefully those dice would be really lucky because they were abandoned for so long and they were not fulfilling their life's purpose, so they will perform well, so they don't get abandoned again.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Either that or they were exiled because they were super bad.
That too. Could be that too. So yeah. So, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, just kind of getting ready. Dude.
Getting ready.
It's going to be here before we know it.
Coming fast. I mean, it is coming fast. I mean, and the one mock I built that I'm displaying this weekend, I want to make it bigger. Actually, he says they're cursed dice. Our stuff there.
They might be. But maybe, like years in exile, it wore off. You have to try them out.
Yeah.
Try them out in combat. That's the only way to fully know.
And I was telling Jesse earlier, Larry, actually, I made my double dice thing thicker. As you can see, there's a cord here. I actually have black light in the dead section here and then underneath. But it's like a maze of stuff underneath this thing. It's funny because then, of course, when I pull it apart, behind the stairs of this dice tower, because it slopes, there's like a dead space. So I got cables stuffed up in there, but trying to move it around and stuff, my stairs started to wobble, and it's interesting. It can't be. It dropped. It's done. If it drops, I'm like, oh, there goes bye mock. So because it won't matter that this
padding. Lots of padding.
Yeah, it won't matter that these probably won't do anything, won't have any damage to them. It would just mean that the inside of the one tower is just going to disintegrate. So, So, yep. So fun. But yeah, I'm actually really not really. I actually made. I built new rainbows today. I used those gold chains. Use the gold chains to make the rainbow portal. So it's actually got like those new gold chains that were on Pick-a-Brick. They're just kind of, why not have gold underneath your rainbow? But it's technically a portal. So I did that.
I thought gold was only at the end of the rainbow,
or under the rainbow. Yeah.
End of the rainbow. Only at the end. That's where.
Maybe.
So that's where the leprechauns are.
Maybe here in Nevada, that's where it is. Maybe there's a gold mine over there, and took some pictures. That was right before I saw the car driving on the same side of the highway, which was quite interesting. But
Jesse, what all are you bringing to Chicago?
Hall of Justice is my main display. Displayed that recently at Brick Convention, so it's still as it was.
Nice.
I could add more characters to it, and I can shrink it if I have to. It sounds like space is a premium.
Just pour cold water on it; it'll shrink.
Yeah. So I'm bringing the Hall of Justice. That's kind of a staple mock that I've had for a while, but I've added to and have never taken out of state. So it has never been to Chicago or any of the buildings around it. So it is a new mock, if you will. And then, of course, the mosaic we're collabing on. And I'm supposed to do Micropolis. I have one city block, but I penciled myself in for another block. And I don't know that's not going to happen probably.
Yeah. Actually, I think 3 of my mocks I'm gonna have to cross off the list. I've had to take some parts off the owlbear to do this boat. So, yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah, I got some stuff I'm still working on, but yeah, it's gonna come fast. Well, what's funny is the base. Remember we were talking about the base from the Jazz Club came out on Pick-a-Brick a week or so, whatever ago. Somebody mentioned my lug. Hey, guess what? There's new parts. Ordered it right away, and then suddenly realized, oh crap! And they said 28 working days. Well, that'll be like a week or two after Chicago. Oh goody! So, but I do have some custom 3D printed trombones coming that hopefully will be here next week. So, and then I got to see if I can paint them. So,
wow.
So I mean, that's
Yeah, that's how we do it, folks. Last minute.
Last minute.
well, and the thing is, though, I
Mo
mean,
doesn't do that. If you ask it, he will not do that.
somebody said, "Well, you
It's-
should plan better." I says, well, the thing is, though, the base from Lego just became available, and that's like $3 wherever, $2.50. Bricklink's got it for like 14. I'm not spending 14 on something that I should get it for 3. So I just won't have it. It's no big deal. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the everything's getting bigger. I mean, like I said, ordered some more of the clear base plates, and so the goal is to build that roller rink even bigger. So we'll see. I mean, that shouldn't take long because it's just a matter of just throwing some tile. It's not even anything fancy. It's it's and then maybe adding another string of that really cool light underneath it. So, but
well, think about the new rules.
what new rules? What new rules?
I'm sure next year will be the same cramped. Only new mock, please.
Well, yeah. In the end, we keep doing collabs. It depends what the theme is. I mean, obviously, we're building what I'm building. That mock is specifically for the theme this year. Theme incorporation is what that is. I mean, we don't. I mean, the whole and it basically, and even with the sign we're making, technically will actually be for theme incorporation for what it is. So in the end, it's just, and that's what we did. The last 2 years for my collab, both have been theme incorporation, and that's it. That's what they are. I mean, they're built around the theme, even though, well, actually, kind of. Chima also turns 10 years old, so Chima Palooza might still now keep going forward, but this year will be the one that will be kind of towards the theme. So, but I mean, in the end, I mean, Chop's been building his stuff like crazy, and he's got a really cool Ravens Tower, and that's going to be pretty sweet. So,
yeah, no, it's all good. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's kind of
yeah. And so, I mean, anybody and the other thing too is like I was trying to see if Richard. I was wanting to see if Richard would come on, the owner of Brickforge, because less like anything else. I mean, everybody's building armies and stuff. He's not selling at Chicago, but he's coming to Chicago. So if there's anybody who's watching who buys Brickforge stuff, if you're going to buy stuff that you need for Chicago, if nothing else, order it. Maybe put in the notes, hey, can you bring it to Chicago? I will guarantee he will bring it to Chicago, and you'll save on shipping. I mean, Richard's my friend, so I'm helping Richard. You guys, if you order for Brickforge and you need it for Chicago, order it. And just maybe put in the comments, hey, just bring it to Chicago, and you'll save out on some shipping. I talked to him at Omaha about that, and he's like, that is a really good idea. So, but well, I mean, they don't have to like Chima. I mean, with the size armies of a couple of us have, who cares what the other people think? If they want to put their castles up against our team of armies, they're probably going to lose. So it doesn't really matter what they think. It's just their armies are going to be pulverized, and then, oh, well, guys, I thought Chima was inferior and didn't exist. Oh, well. If nothing else, I know the Crocs will just chew the heads right off the humans. And then, so fun stuff, hey. Well, we just won't be killing any humans this year, Chicago. This year, it's more of a USO tour. So more of a peacekeeping, this year, we're trying to keep the peace. So, because a lot of the shows didn't happen the way I'd hoped. Omaha, we ran out of space. We had 4 tables and still didn't have enough space to put all our guys out, which was kind of crazy. So I don't know. Well, I mean, Chop. We'll have some stuff. I'll look at that. We'll see. Send me some links. Email me message me some links in Instagram. We'll play. So.
Somebody sent an article via Band about where'd it go? Secret Amazon Lego sales.
What?
Hold on.
So I don't have a boat yet, so that's still up in the air too. It's just like you said. I mean, it comes faster and faster with all these other shows I'm doing and all these other trips. It just messes everything.
I just put a link in the chat there. 20% off for the
Try me, Chop.
Flower bouquet.
Yeah.
If it's using instruments like what we got in the mock, I mean, it'll be up for interpretation. I can maybe buy one song on iTunes, maybe two, but
that might be on the draft. I'm not sure.
That would be a great set to draft if you had just a few people. Because last year at Chicago, I drafted the other botanical, the succulent set, and there were too many people involved, and so I didn't get much of anything cool.
I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, these could be pretty good sized. I mean, by having more drafts, and I don't remember they were talking about. Now, granted, it is one thing where you can only do one set. I think they were talking about that, where if you do a draft, you can only do one of that set. You can't be somebody who's doing like 3 copies. I think it's only like 1 copy. I think.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
that's more fair, Chris. Yeah.
I think that's the case.
Yeah, that makes it way too complicated. Plus, I don't know.
You're guaranteed a better pick. Like the more you do, the more.
Yeah, so in the end, I don't know. That'd be something definitely I'll have to look at in the descriptions to see if there is a, in terms of that. And that's what I check. But in the end, that with as many people coming, I mean, I wouldn't want to do more than 1 copy because you might miss a turn. I mean, they might just, you might just get skipped by accident because you weren't paying attention or whatnot, get distracted. I mean, it'll be pretty crazy. This is going to be a pretty interesting year this year with as many people that's coming, but definitely cool that there are a lot of weekend only attendees too. That'd be kind of cool to see how that works out this year. Definitely see an influx of people on the weekend, just kind of checking out World of Lights, all that stuff, yard sale, all that stuff. So, I mean, it should be interesting. I mean, it's
I just hope that I hope they control the drafts a little bit better than they did last year because it was like too many cooks in the kitchen. Like there wasn't one person setting down the rules and keeping people organized. It was kind of like 3 or 4 people saying, "Well, this is how we do it. This is how we do drafts in my lug. Well, we do it differently." I'm like, "No, we're in Chicago. Let Chicago decide how we do the drafts. Just go." But no, there were like 28 people doing my draft, and it was just nah.
Well, I would say go quick. Maybe go take a look at the schedule with details and just pick up a draft and see if there's anything in there real quick in terms of.
Honestly, I won't do another draft in Chicago just because I'd rather spend my hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours doing something else.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I mean that we
got a lug. We can do. We can do drafts all the time if we want to.
Yeah, like Hawkeye was saying too, there'll be a schedule coming out eventually. I believe that'll be like school schedule, so you can kind of see what overlaps what.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon, okay, cool. I mean, is that somebody? Am I going to sound bad for not maybe knowing who Sharon is? But yeah, I mean, it should be definitely awesome. I look forward to seeing Chop as always, and we're collabing together. So it's Chop and I, and Michael will be putting a little bit in there, but he's building the castle from Clutch Powers, and that sounds like that is going to be epic. So, but that's going to be by itself. So, okay, cool, okay, yep. Well, in the end, I mean, her Asian lad, whatever, I don't know what that is.
I think I need to refill my beverage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are you, Reed, are you drumming? What are you doing? Is that you doing that? Yeah. I'm going to mute you. Okay, beverage time.
Okay, well, you guys go get beverages, then I will. I think we're good for maybe a little bit of a. For drinking, we might as well do. Well, that's what Michael's bringing, Chop. So it should be pretty awesome. I mean, it does sound like it's going to be pretty good size. So. I forgot to put the banner going down there. Well, I am the only one here. Everybody's getting drinks. I'm just drinking Kickstarter tonight. Man, we are going to be playing D&D tonight. I need to stay awake. So I'm really not going much. I mean, I got stuff sitting here. I mean, I got my chains. In the end, I really don't know what to build because in the end, I kind of got to go this weekend. Obviously, I've got all my instruments I need to probably start looking at and see how I'm going to use what instruments for my enlarged. Up their back. You're back! For one thing. I figured you guys were drinking. You needed some like nice beach music.
Summertime.
This is Sunny Island. This is by the guy who's kind of Ensemble Music. I actually bought his old album for this on iTunes. I've got it on my phone. So I mean, because I played it at Omaha and like Larry did a video, put it out on YouTube, and it was great. Because it's all that, the stuff that I actually
That's good. I need to, now that I've been playing the little video music during my breaks, I need a variety.
Well, yeah, I mean, and there's some on here, and I mean, and so the thing is, like a Shamlo music, I think I'm paying it's either 10 or 15 a month. I mean, and I downloaded a couple hundred songs, but I have since kind of created a folder of like upbeat music. And then that's what, when we go to the end and go to the Critical Bricks type stuff, that's what it is. I started with the one music and then went to the more kind of dramatic, cinematic stuff for as we roll into Critical Bricks. And that's why, so.
All right.
Yeah. Give me a second here, Chop. I got to go to the special spot.
Whoops.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to all the stuff in the Critical Bricks chat today. Kind of wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh, yeah, there was a little chatter. Picked up Brick Wars, pre-ordered the book hardcover, and got PDF of the guy's been doing it for several years. It's just kind of new editions and new versions, and but I've never seen a hardcover copy, so I thought I'd just support it. I don't know when I will play, but just getting ideas now that I'm doing all this Lego D&D stuff. It's definitely in that line. It's more of a war game, like armies versus armies. You guys should do it with the Chima stuff next year.
We can do that. We can. Brick Wars in terms of something you use like a map, like a actual Lego brick map, and play on that.
Yeah, you make whatever map, but then there's a core set of rules, like Dungeons and Dragons, of what you can move and attack and roll dice, and
something we can play with. I mean, definitely something I've always thought about trying to do something like that. So I mean, I've thought of it a couple times, but haven't done it. I mean, that'd be kind of cool to do. So
that'd
maybe
be fun to do at Chicago, but.
Yeah.
Somebody probably already doing it. Who knows?
Yeah.
They spell brick without the C. Brick Wars, and
yeah. Well, it's funny because at Brickworld Milwaukee, I went down to. I guess he says it's like Risk or Stratego. Stratego, I love. I should figure out how to play that in Lego. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I was at Brickworld Milwaukee, and the guys from Indiana brought their. Robo Rally game, and that sucker takes up a huge amount of space, but they played that. Oh, I love that game. That was so awesome. They do that where it's like each, they got the huge Lego brick version. They had it at Brickworld 2012. I mean, and I got videos somewhere which I hope have not been corrupted on any of my pen drives, but I had like all the battles. What's funny is I saw Milwaukee. I'm like, who's this helping you? It's like, that's my son, the one you remember from 2012. I'm like, oh my god, he was like a kid. Now it's like a young adult, and he was helping his dad still do the show, but or do the game. But yeah, Brick Wars. I don't think that would go over very well at Chicago. I mean, unless we spelled it a little bit differently. So
Brick Wars, it's different. Larry, you might want to take a look at it because there's definitely I don't know. I don't know about ship movement. Actually, it's more of like they do horse movement in there pretty well. So you have
Mhm.
cavalry guys or even
Well,
motorcycles or whatever you want to use as a horse, and then there's like jousting rules and stuff.
Well, he did do that Lego one. I think I think it's on like Steve Jackson. I thought did one or something like that, like a pirate ship battle type thing or something years ago. Or maybe it wasn't Steve, but somebody did it. And I saw it somewhere where they actually use actual Lego ships and you move them across maps and stuff, and it's battles. I can't think of what it was called, but I mean it's out there. If you search like Lego pirate game, it needs a huge amount of space, and it does take some time to play.
I did 2 bags. I'm gonna have to stop doing Lego because I'll have to get ready for the stream, and I don't want to get distracted. But I got this really cool looking dragon already. It's like really cool brick built head.
Yeah.
Printed slope there for the eye. And black and red scheme, and there's going to be flappable wings. It's got the wings you had on your ship, I believe.
Those are them.
So
nice.
I got the matching dragon. This is.
So is that a newer or older set?
It's somewhat newer because we had this
I put the wrong person up there.
event support firstborn series. It's called. I'm not sure how old it is actually.
Where's TJ when you need him?
Yeah, I think it's somewhat new. I think it's just before this last wave because it's called
what's the date? What's the date on the bottom of the box where like the copyright right near the barcode usually has a copyright date?
2018.
2018, so it is kind of old then. Okay.
Okay.
Who knew?
Yeah, that's kind of an indication. That's cool. It looks good. Well, I mean, you can probably still find it. It might
came with all these baddies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool, man. That's what you need.
That's what you need there. And that's what I got going on. So I'm gonna stop building, put my stuff, get my situation going in DM mode.
Okay.
And finish this dragon another time.
Firstborn is a good dragon.
I'll probably head over there in about 15 minutes, Jesse.
I have firstborn.
Yeah.
I had to modify mine though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it looks like you could play around with the color scheme, but
no,
there's a couple
of joints that aren't real good. That I modified to make the joints better. Maybe his neck.
Oh yeah, the neck is not. Yeah, because it's posable. You can see that ball joint right there.
There's some. Let me grab it quick before you go. I can't. I don't know.
The rest of the body is just solid, though.
Maybe it was legs.
Well, you shoot them down, you want to be able to.
Wait, what are the 2 front legs like? Did you do that yet?
No. I just.
Okay, I think it's the 2 front legs. I don't have time to find it right now before you go because you got to go do your stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I'll show you some other day.
That's got exposed mixels. I'll finish it soon.
I'll show you some other day what I had to change because I think MJ Bricks had to change it too.
Okay.
Because it's just you don't have to change it. It's screaming. Some sense they're screaming to be changed. Like
sure. I'm all for that. I'm practicing.
They're good, but not good.
I got all my modulars on the wall behind me, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons just like sitting on all the buildings.
Yeah, I have there's dragons all over them. My ice one and my skeleton one.
You could rename my city Dragonopolis or something.
Yeah, Dragon. Yeah. I just got over a migraine, so I'm kind of brain dead.
But yeah, I'm gonna put some stuff away. I'll be here. I might pop out just to cool down the computer, but it seems to be doing okay right now.
That's fine.
Well, don't pop.
We'll see you here in a little bit.
Pop and lock.
Okay, Mr. Dungeon Master. So.
Oh, I don't even know where those dragons are. Here, I'll show you this mock though if you want to see it. It got a lot done It's almost done, but I realized that I had to put the spire has to come out of the middle of it. So I forgot to build that in to the center of it. So now I built that in, but the library looks pretty good. It's still going to be taller, but that's the Eagles library.
That's
how
cool.
That's how it looks. I had to use all like hinges to get that round thing.
And that's one of your mocks for this year, correct?
Yeah, this goes on top of that event that everyone is calling event.
Oh,
My
that's
Avengers
really
Tower to try to piss me off.
I like that. It's good use of those printed pieces there.
Oh yeah.
The column work is excellent there. That looks good.
Well, thank you, good sir. You don't
I know my
have to
architecture.
butter me up. I already like you, Jesse.
I like architecture, so
Jesse, I already like you.
Jesse's an engineer, you know. He digs that stuff.
Well,
You're speaking his lingity dingity.
that's okay. Well, then I got some stuff to show you sometime, Jesse. I have mocks, lots of mocks that I never show anyone.
well, yeah, you're.
But I'll show you.
I've seen some of the stuff.
No, I'll show him.
Now I'm blushing.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could have compare mocks. Just kidding. Does this look infected to you? Does my mock look infected? Put that back in your pants. Thank you, Big Nate. Wait, they both look good.
Okay.
What both look good?
I believe Dungeon Master, we will understand.
Well, there's the rock part is the part that took forever. I meant the fun part is this part. So the rock part is what was crazy, took forever.
Well, I mean, it all looks good. I mean, it's all gonna blend in nicely for the collab. So that's all that matters. I mean, it's Chimapalooza. We're building Chima stuff. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, this was the hell on earth.
Whoa!
But you can turn it upside down and it won't fall off the mill's plate because it's built into the mill's plate. And every time I turn it upside down, Johnny G freaks out.
I don't
This thing
believe
is
you.
heavy. It like weighs as much as a baby or a man. See?
I love all the figs falling off it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the toys. Because I was playing toys on it, so there's all like gargoyles and like there's an explorer guys and stuff exploring at the base of it, and then the gargoyles came and they're like, "Hey, what are you guys doing over here?" And they're like exploring and stuff, and then the gargoyles,
Yeah,
So,
I'm definitely gonna have to do some sculpture stuff. I was kind of hoping for some bricks, but I mean, the person might not have sent them yet, so I'm just gonna have to do some stuff. Except, I mean, in the end, I'm raising all my mills up, and actually, in the end, our stuff isn't gonna really be that big. I mean, we have a lot of stuff, but it's gonna be much smaller than we're used to. So
and
we'll be fine.
I see Stud Sidious is gonna have a special day today. And I see that that's from Romper Room. This is the magic mirror that lets me see everybody at home. So I see that Big Nate's having a special day.
You need some like translucent blue chains going across that, and you'd be like, "Ooh, look at
for my Romper Room mirror."
No, for your mirror, you know.
Yeah, I made this mirror for Stud City. Just wanted to do a Romper Room mirror so I can do shout outs. So I built that.
Cool.
Yeah, I should
Sweet.
put some clear Chimas or some stuff on there, I guess. I don't know anything. I don't really know anything. My brain is like seriously broken. I think I had my migraine caused a slight lobotomy.
Not good.
Which is good because ignorance is bliss. So hopefully I'll be happier now that most of my brain has expired. The more you know. Ooh, I like your little thing.
Oh, look at that.
Can we see it? Okay.
That's the
You use the old jail doors from the Pirates.
yeah.
I like that. I have some of
That's
those.
that was not a pretty event last week with that.
That was a lot of fun because we actually came. I mean, we tipped our toe over the line into TPK,
What?
and that's the way it should be.
I could have made it. Yeah.
What's TPK?
Total party kill means everybody dies and the game's over. You lose. You lose, sir.
It was
I
close.
never heard of that,
Close.
abbreviation.
Not super close, but
Yeah, it was
You have
close.
lots of fruit trees.
that's like the inside of the tower.
We need more spellcasters. Or we need our turtle to come back and just beat the crap out of anything that walks in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah, Reed probably knows what Romper Room is. Same with Larry.
I remember it vaguely.
He
I was
never
more
did.
of a Captain Kangaroo guy myself.
Didn't you get a shout out through the mirror? Like, and Larry is gonna have a special day today. Well, you can have one on my when I live stream. I'll say Larry's special day. But anyway, I have to work on this thing. I'll work on it during criticals.
During critical breaks.
Because last Friday, was that the Friday where Larry, you were talking about your story for your campaign
I think so.
with Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay, I slightly remember that.
Good, because I don't remember anything anymore. I'm getting too old.
It's on video. You can watch the VHS tape.
Thank God I've got a wife that can remember everything for me because done.
I watched
Just
some
watch
of the
it.
replay.
Watch the VHS of it.
The VHS.
Yeah, I rewound the tape, and it was a pretty good show. Larry, you did good.
Yeah, Larry did it. That's
Okay.
what the article said. Yeah.
That's what the article said. Yeah. In Time
Headline
Magazine.
was Larry did good was the headline.
Was that the article in the New Yorker or was that the Time Magazine article?
That was Time Magazine. It was the back one where you fold it together and it makes a different picture. The back of the
that one. Was that
Mad
Crack
Time.
Magazine?
Mad Time. Yeah, Mad Magazine, where you fold the picture together to create something else. Those were pretty cool.
I loved me. Did you ever read Cracked, which was you know?
Yep.
That was the Mad Magazine wannabe.
Yeah.
The second magazine was Larry did good for the last time.
Well, now I got even more. So I have a whole box, but I got more of these, and then I got even more today. So like, we're gonna be able to make something with these.
Wowzers!
You have to make the Mortal Engine. You have to turn your Chima stuff into like Mortal Engine.
There you go.
They
This
move.
is
An idea.
It's gonna be like I was trying to think about maybe using them like this with the AquaZone, like octagon pipes,
Yep.
and do something weird, or else I'm going to do it like I didn't know how much room I have left after the two Chima mocks, but I wanted to, for Brickworld, I was gonna do like a tiny mock that was like an homage to the Pyroclastic Palace that only takes up like 132 by 32, like a miniature version of like the remnants of the guys who lived in Pyroclastic Palace. They have like a little tiny thing, and I was gonna use these, but I don't know. I forgot what my footprint is, Reed.
What?
My footprint.
Well, in terms of how much you have?
I just need to know again. I'm sorry.
Let me look real quick here.
Like in terms of base plates, maybe. Shape.
Well, I mean, we each have a table. We each have an 8-foot table. So you're talking.
What?
30 inches
thought we-
by 96. What?
I thought we downsized.
We did. We had 4 tables before.
How much did we have before?
4 tables.
Better get building, Chop.
Well, I can fill that easily. I don't have to build anything new.
We basically took the 4-footers, and so it's. Let me look at it real quick here. Hold on. The map was. So we cut it in half. Let's see, where is it?
Because is it a weird shape because of the thing in the middle?
Well, it was. I mean, basically, we had 4 tables. We cut it in half. So in the end, basically, we have 30 by 24, 95. So you have 30 by 95. However, we do it, whether we. Well, I might have to go back and relook at it. I don't think I have a picture of it right now. So I was playing with it in Blue Brick. Let me see. I might have redid it. Let me look and see. Okay.
That's funny, Jeff. Jeff, that's really funny that your mom didn't realize cracked was basically the same thing as Mad. So, yeah, I don't like Mad magazine. That's not tasteful and not appropriate, but you can definitely get cracked magazine, son.
We cut it in half.
Okay. Okay, what color am I?
Well, I think you're gonna be. That's a good question.
What am I looking at? I need just to know something good.
Let's see. What did I do? I thought I did.
Because I'm just dropping all this off and going home.
You are not.
I don't know what.
You still have 10, 20, 30, 45 by 60. 60 by 45 is what you have.
Studs or inches?
Inches. Worst case, we can always play around with stuff. I can pull stuff off, whatever. Because like I said, I was maybe going to make the roller rink bigger. So if nothing else, I'll have to move my stuff around. I'll play. I'll let you know. 30 right now. You have 60 by 45. So,
okay.
In terms of that, I would say, that should be good.
Yeah. Oh, that's more than enough. I just didn't
Worst
know
case,
what shape I had to have my base plates fit in.
We'll just figure out how to,
I don't.
What the hell did they just charge me?
Because I have boxes of terrain. I have unopened boxes of MOCs from Bay Beach last year. I have ample boxes full of MOCs that I don't know. There's too much Lego and going on.
What the hell's going on here then?
There's like Galaxy Squad bugs crawling around everywhere. It's like I live in an alternate universe, okay? But I really like your ship, Larry.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot.
Like, I think if you're going to continually do that high quality of stuff for your campaign, you should not take it apart and like display it at least once altogether.
I'm going to try. It's all a matter of, if I'm going to run out of brick. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of take a page out of the, what's already been done and make just modular walls and stuff. So if I need to make a dungeon one time, I can make it with all the pieces without, totally locking it into place. And then I can take it all apart and make another dungeon. But when it comes to these kind of props, yeah, I'll keep this together until, like I said, it or
I
something.
didn't
Like a
really
kraken
mean,
destroys it.
I didn't mean like like necessarily maybe not your layout that's ever changing, but
Yeah.
like if you're gonna build stuff like that, like don't rip it down. I mean, well, at least take some good pictures before you do it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because that would be like that looks like it would be fun to even like play with, like play as a toy
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Like that boat looks like it'd be fun to play. Like I play Lego.
My favorite part is the inside of it. You know, it's like,
Yeah, I like, dude, that's awesome. I love how you use those doors for the open those. Yes, that's really great. I love that.
yeah. Well, I
Like
made
that's a really
sure
good
that
poop
I
deck.
could take
Your
these
poop,
these deck pieces off.
because then you can open your poop deck and
Oh,
oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, that's how you empty all the stuff on the deck, like the poop.
that's the poop hole. It's actually
Yeah.
so I put this in at an angle, right, because that's the galley right there. So those are like shelves, and I'm gonna put
Yeah, and you can
drinkware
chum
in.
the water. That's you open that window to chum the water.
Yeah. They just toss out all
All the fish
that's their
heads.
garbage. That's our garbage disposal hole.
Yeah, and you
I
could
will definitely have to put some poop on the poop deck, Jeff. Absolutely. But then I got a
before
little.
someone has. If you want to have sharks come because you have to get rid of someone, you can
That's
use
right.
that to chum the water. That's like my bricks for Chris apartment. I didn't want to put a bathroom in there, so in the kitchen I put a trap door, and that's the bathroom and the garbage. And whoever lives below me, then they're gonna get all my garbage and crap down on them. Which I think,
Did you just say below me?
yeah, below. Oh no, Bricklock is here.
Bricklock is here. We're gonna see Bricklock in just a few weeks.
You can't miss him. He's about 20 feet tall.
Oh, I know. And then I got a little right there in the front end of the ship. There's actually some stairs that go up. I'll have another hatch right here
Yeah,
above where the anchor windlass is.
yeah, that's really good.
Got my anchors hanging out the side. Put an
Oh
extra
yeah.
spot on them.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, there's a little hole in them so you can put the nice. I forgot about that bar-sized hole in the anchors.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice job, Larry. You always build such nice stuff, though. It's not really too big of a surprise.
Thank you.
You do really nice work.
I appreciate the compliment.
Well, you know you do.
I try.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not like a half-asser.
There's most of this went together, then came apart, then went back together again, like we do when we build stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean these side walls and the bulkheads, those totally came apart and were redid because I decided to go with the square windows instead of using the small 1x4 arch. That looked better with the cannons, but if there was a round hole that I could make, I'd do regular portholes. But unless I want to take, two arches and, put one upside down, which is just complicated and unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys.
Yeah, you can do that, but yeah, then you're building upside down and right side up. But you can lock those together. You can you could use the that pneumatic connection that is just a two-way, that newer one that came out, and stick that in there to connect.
Yeah, I think actually, I think Technic pins will do the same thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. You could even use a half Technic pin, and then put it like just have the studs connect. Never mind. Larry, your friend's shop opens soon.
Yeah, Donnie and Cindy are opening their bricks and minifigs, and it opens the 16th of June when we're in Brickworld. Because it got all delayed because of delays and things that delayed it.
We just had one open up here in the Fox Valley. I didn't go to it, but we just had one open up just recently, like this month, I think, or last month. No, this month. I don't know. Oh no, last month. I don't know what year it is even. It's better to not know.
So the next fun part is I've got to build. So the aft end of the ship, I need a whole captain's quarters, above it. Plus, we'll have.
Yeah.
I'm going to modify this. I don't like that. It's very circular.
Yeah.
I might change that up, but it's going to be out to here probably to build a whole captain's quarters in there.
Yeah, if you want to get inside of it, if it's just for looks.
No, it's got to be totally functional because there's a story that goes with it.
So you can play toys.
We can play toys.
That's what I do with my Lego.
Well, because there's going to be this. So in addition to the Tabaxi crew members, I used what's his name, Rex's face.
Oh yeah.
On Cheetah's body, because Tabaxi are like cat people. So there's two of those, and there's 3 kobolds that are also crew members, and there's going to be this whole scene where they're going to be playing some dice and gambling down in the hold, and the kobolds are going to cheat, and the captain's going to come down and start cracking skulls, and so it's all got to have stories, and they're going to be down in here, and they're going to be over here, and they're going to be when they're in the storm, the rudder's going to break off. And then
they can show each other their scars like on Jaws.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's why I've got to have a fleshed out captain's cabin so that they can have a story in there.
Yeah. Hey, Reed, you now do you know who Sharon is? She's displayed for like 10 years from the first Brickworld on.
All right, kids. I'm going to go over D&D.
Okay, I'll be over there in a little bit.
See you in a little bit.
I took video. Okay, bye, Lair Bear. I took video of Sharon. She was at the buy sell trade. She's the only person I bought stuff from at the buy sell trade, and she said that she knew you because I told her I was collabing with you, and she said she hasn't displayed there in a long time, but I talked her into going and getting the weekend pass where you can go to World of Lights as well. I told her it was the first year of that.
Yeah.
I don't know what her last name is, but I'll show you the keychain from her business. I got one for you, and I got one for me. She gave me a keychain.
Oh, okay.
That's her thing is Bears, Bricks and More. I bought this from her, and it's a Lego nightlight. And it changes through the colors. Look how cool it looks with the so you can put your mock in there, and it's a Lego. It came with a Ninjago poly bag, and that I didn't have. So I got that from her, and then I got President Business keychain that lights up in his feet, and I got a Lego book about trains that comes with a train minifigure. So she was really cool. She had lots of really good stuff, like not your average Star Wars sets and garbage like that. Okay, Reed's not talking to me. You have to go to your appointment, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something kind of wanky happened to my checking account, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But
I just got hacked on my PayPal. Someone hacked me for like hundreds of dollars in my because it's connected to my bank account, and so I got hacked, and I was crying because I got hacked, and I don't have a lot of money, so they tried to set up regular monthly payments on my PayPal so that I would be paying them every month, but like you'd have to be pretty rich to not notice like $150 monthly payment coming out of your PayPal. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine.
Well, I mean, they charged a boatload of money, and yet when I go to my billing at this site, there's nothing in there anywhere remotely close to that amount. It's almost like somebody just typed in the wrong number or was, trying to do someone else's account and somehow typed mine. And yeah, so I mean, I'm emailing my credit union,
Yeah, you better get it fixed. I messaged PayPal and they saw it was an unauthorized thing because, well, what they did was it was in British pounds. So then they tried £1, it worked. They tried another £1, it worked. And then they did the huge one. And it took, I had money because the reason I had money in there was because Cliff bought a fire station set from Replay Toys. And so I paid Replay Toys with my money and then Cliff PayPal'd me. So I went to go make sure that money was still in there. And then I saw that it was negative that money and then negative like $150 from my bank account. I'm like, I didn't do this. It was someone like paying themselves through Uber. Like they were like they must have an Uber business in the United Kingdom and they were paying themselves as if I got Uber from them. So they're like laundering it from my account through Uber to their account, and I was pretty upset about it.
It just sucks because I spent a lot of money on this trip, and my account went negative, and they charged me two overdraft fees for something because my insurance and stuff came through, and so this thing I do not want it to go through at all because I don't know what it is, and until someone tells me what it's for, I mean, there is no way in tarnation I want that sucker going through.
Yeah. So, well, have your credit union at least put a hold on it so you can contact the company that made the charge and find out, like, hey, what is this, a mistake? What is this? Like, I'm not paying this until you, tell me.
Yeah.
If I
that's the thing is I'm basically that's what I'm going to do is I'm just like, yeah, I'm not. So, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because that's the thing is it's, I paid a while back. I mean, and I have a few websites, but if the billing information at the company at the website doesn't have that amount on there, there is no way I want my checking account paid. And if my account says, well, you got to go through them, I'm not going to be very happy. I'm going to be like, oh, great. So I got to call this company and figure out why the heck they're doing this. Great.
Larry's threatening.
I want to end my chat. I mean, I've been sitting in here for 15 minutes and nobody's responded. Yeah, I think I want to end the chat. Are you kidding me? Everybody's worthless over there.
Oh. That's why you're so quiet when I was talking before. Because normally you talk to me when I'm talking.
Yeah.
That makes sense why I was wondering why you're so quiet. I'm like, maybe he can't hear me. Because like if it was Hoosier or Haley, I'd expect them to ignore me when I'm talking, but you usually listen.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to close all that shit. Okay, well, people, we're doing...
Larry's threatening you, so you got to go, I guess. Oh, he froze up. Welcome to Butt Shop Friday Nights. And thank you all for joining in to Butt Shop Friday Nights. We're here every Friday on Friday Night Bricks channel. Whenever Reed freezes up, we do the Butt Shop segment. And we do grindcore stuff. And that means that Butt Shop can see you. This is the kind of content that you're looking for. This is bop, bop. So thanks for coming to my show. Evidently, Reed is letting me stream for free. So we will continue to stream on this channel. You head over to Critical Mass Bricks. You head over to Crit Mat Blammo, but hey, should we play? Oh, I can't even share the screen to play the Frogs Grindcore. I wanted to play Frogs Grindcore. Make sure you look up Frogs Grindcore on YouTube and watch that. And or cartoon, I don't know what it's called even. Blammo, Butt Shop Friday Nights. And we're still live on YouTube, which means the show must go on forever. And what else? And should go over to Critical Mass Bricks. And I actually got brain damage. Look at that. So we'll show you what's going on here. Like that. We've got that. And we definitely got that guy. And that stuff. And this. And that. And this. And this. And that. And we've got he's still loading, so it's still Butt Shop Friday Nights. Oh, he's here.
Okay, I'm back. We're gonna end the stream. Everybody head over to.
I was doing the show without
yeah, I blue screen it down. So I definitely gonna have to work on the computer before I go to Chicago if I'm taking it. So this is kind of changing. Okay, so stream. Let me play the ending video to get over to Critical Bricks. Here we go.
You should see.
So everybody head over to Jesse's Brick Galaxy. There should be a link in the description. And we'll see everybody next week.